Yo, I just realized the bling. Let's go.
Oh, the bling?
Oh, yeah.
Bling?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at that shit.
Ear weights. I gotta try to stretch my ears out again.
Look at that.
A very lovely person gave me these. And I was like, thank you so much.
Hey, yo, bet.
I can have butthole ears even longer. That's the goal. Is just have permanent butthole.
Dude, I miss having my ears done.
Something like...
I never had them done.
I miss my ears and my nose. I think I miss my nose and like my
nose
and fucking shitty. I can never remember like the actual name of the piercing for the middle.
Of the lip?
Yeah.
Philtrum.
Yeah, dude, that was my fucking favorite piercing I ever fucking had, bro. I fucking loved that shit.
I'm like...
Every time I looked in the mirror, I was just like, God damn it, I look fucking cute as shit in this shit.
I get really upset
That's
with
how I feel when you wear glasses.
Dude, I hate the way I look in glasses, bro. I don't vibe with it.
Like, you think the Philtrum look good on you, wait until Xander's dick's there.
Hey, Sanders, you like taping CDs?
Stop. Don't do it. Don't you finish it. Don't you finish it.
Good Kraken.
Prilosec. Prilosec?
Dude, it was just like... I'm getting up there, okay?
What's cracking,
Sometimes
everybody?
Beer and alcohol's a little acidic.
Welcome
Fucking judge me.
to episode 36 of the Shipwreck Show. I'm one of your hosts, Ernell Pearson. Alongside my little Thai peanut, it's Xander. What's happening, baby?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
Oh, you know, what was it knock on the door?
No, Jackie heard me dying in here, and she legit was like,
You okay?
"Are you dying?
Are you good? You good, dog? You need some crackers?" Like, hi, Devin, Mr. Fucking not here, Devin ass motherfucker, in the chat. God damn it, God damn it. You
Devin
know what I'm
ass
saying?
motherfucker.
Over here doing pet events for his parents and shit.
Devin ass motherfucker.
God damn it, you know what I'm saying? God fucking damn it, man. Over there being a fucking dork. But not as dorky as the man who takes Prilosec when he drinks. Garrick Bacalian! What's out of Garrick? What's out of it?
Soon Prilosec.
What are you eating, dog? What are you eating?
I actually don't have any snacks today. Like I'm just chilling. No snacks.
No snacks?
Snackless.
No snackage?
No, the pantry is a little snackless at the moment. It's hard times.
Oh wow, that's rough, dude. That's rough. Viva La Pancho in chat. What's happening, dude? How you doing? The little Pikachu. I love me some Pikachu, dude. Pikachu's cute all the time.
Again, Pancho.
Every form of Pikachu is good to have at all times.
Okay, but how do you feel like how do you feel about the original Pikachu design from fat Pikachu design to skinny Pikachu design? What's your opinions on that?
Both were cute.
Cute. Me too. I kind of like fat Pikachu, like OG.
Yeah, right.
Pikachu.
Like OG, right? Like first
episodes, exactly. Where just like he had like his sprite was so like chonky in the video games, dude.
Dude, Pancho's got all the fucking Pikachu emotes. Oh my god, let's go. Let's just keep delivering the goods. You know what I'm saying? Chunky is the best. Chunk is the best. Xander, I think you're trying to pull up something for us, huh? Is that what you're?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you in a DM real quick here.
Yeah, sure.
Gonna be some cursed ass Pikachu.
Here we go. What's happening, Nicholas in chat? What's happening, dude? What's happening, baby? Oh god, here we go. This is gonna be bad. I can just feel this in my loins. You know what I'm saying?
I'm worried.
I hope you do.
You hope he feels it in his loins?
He hopes so. Yeah, he hopes so. Okay.
Please share with the viewers. Please share.
Where are we? Is this in Discord? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like to go ahead and just present this to our lovely folks.
Yeah, that's some cursed shit, bro.
This is some lovely cursed images. Maybe I was too quick to speak on the Pikachu is always a good thing.
On all forms of Pikachu being cute, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this one, dude, he's even got like the weird side eye thing going on. Like, dude, it actually gets worse the longer you look at it.
Devin says hydrate, so we have to hydrate.
I already hydrated. I already did that.
I did not. I for one did not. Unfortunately, I think
is that still up? Is that still up?
It's still
on screen?
up. It's still up on screen.
God,
That's
you're exposing people.
That's Pikachu after he catches a whiff of Ash's farts.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's not a fucking. As Devin chat says, I hate this.
He's just like,
yeah.
Just straight up.
So go ahead and we'll just take that off for the people at home. You know, also, please don't make that sound. You know what I mean?
Can we like burn this?
Well, so actually, this might actually work out okay because I have a wonderful website that I found out was actually like real, right? It was like a real thing. Okay, Shark, what's happening? What's happening?
Is this the AI drawing thing?
This is the AI drawing thing. So I want to present this to the people at home. So this is a website called Crayon. Okay, used to be called like Mini Deck or some shit like that. They changed the fucking name for it, right? What this does is this website has an AI that creates drawings or pictures of anything you type into the search engine. So for example, let's say Pikachu with a massive
Look, I know what I would want to put there, okay, but
drinking problem.
Drinking problem.
And when we hit the crayon here, and
that's what I thought.
It says, give it some time. We're going to try to have the AI formulate this for you. What's happening, Nick? How you doing, dude? What's happening, baby? Up to 2 minutes. Gives it some time to process. I was dinking around with this the other night. I came across some pretty interesting things that I had typed in because you know how my imagination likes to be set free.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna mess with this assuredly.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna let us take some time with this bad boy, and you guys in chat can drop your recommendations too.
Marinate.
Pancho says schlong. Shark wants Pikachu with massive dreads.
Just put schlong.
Just put schlong. Bet. Say less. Say less. You know what I mean? We're just gonna say, okay, we're at 50 seconds here. Got 50 seconds. Oh, I forgot to do, Xander, how's your week going, dog?
It's going good. It's going good. Quite honestly,
hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Why his eyes be looking like that though,
Is
bro?
it just normal Pikachu, but with the drinking? Like, this is kind of what I.
But does Pikachu have a drinking problem, bro?
Center one. That center one, top right, and then middle left.
Dude, top
Those
right.
are my favorite.
Top right's eyes are just dead.
Yeah, I know. Dude, hey, tag yourself on the one in the middle.
Yeah, for real. Holy
Oh
crap.
my god! All right, so let's listen to Poncho really quick. Type in schlong.
Just schlong.
Let's see what schlong gives us. Anyway, Xander, how was your week, Doug?
It's going good. It's going good. It was kind of chill. And then Garrick knows this. Last night, we did a Pokemon card pull, and I got a alternate art Starmie EV. That's currently worth ungraded $40 right out the pack. So
Very good, my man. Very good. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. I like it.
But also, last night we were doing some power washing with the homies, just knocking back some drinks.
A real game, unlike one stupid golf game.
It's not fucking stupid. I played 2 rounds of it, and it was good fun. All right.
It's okay. It's okay.
You just need happiness.
Garrick, I'll play with you. I
know
okay?
you
It's
will,
okay.
Xander. We're gonna have a great fucking time because it's got Mario Kart features in it. It's tight.
I'm gonna have an even better time not playing golf. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's on you.
You know what? Fine.
That's not. That's Thailand. It's just
what?
It's just Thailand. For our audio listeners, we typed in schlong, and into the AI generator and pictures of what just looks like Thailand.
So can you click on any of them and like enlarge them?
Sure can.
So are they did the AI draw this or did it just find images?
No,
I'm
dude,
confused.
it actually creates some shit here, right? So one that I looked up last night.
Wild.
Nick Nolte riding a dragon, right? So we'll give this a second. Now, to be fair, Xander, that could have been Cambodia as well.
Yeah.
Both look pretty similar, so don't be.
Both have very similar languages too.
Actually, here, fine. Shrek.
I'll say I totally have one. I have a suggestion.
Do you what?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is a hamster.
Nicolas Cage as a hamster. That's what we're doing right now. That's
Nicolas Cage is a hamster.
Give it less than 120 seconds, and we will be living here in a second. Devin wants Muhammad.
I hope it's good.
I got New Boy right here just before we started. I gotta put him in the. I gotta put him in the book.
In the book.
Like,
oh, you're
really
buying the book.
You're buying
Good. Or you're trying to do like
it's a book, really.
I thought that was you're quoting like between the lines or something like that. You know what I mean?
No.
It's like reading Rainbow. You know. It's in my book. The Pokemon cards. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought that's what you were going for. Devin wants Mike Tyson make your head hit the piano.
Make your head hit the piano.
We might have to do that. We might have to do that after this. just to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Garrick, what about you? What about you, dog? How's your week going?
Dude, this week has, like, been long.
Unnecessarily long.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Nicolas Cage as a hamster.
It drew Nicolas Cage with hamsters.
I mean, this kind of gives some Nicolas Cage's hamster face.
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit.
That looks like Nicolas Cage with a hamster face.
The top right, I think top right's actually a pretty good one.
Pretty.
The hamster is like his hand, bro. Like it's
Nicolas
like
Cage
coming out of his hand
with a hamster. That's what it is. A hamster.
Now coming to theaters this October.
Oh my God! Please
The
do
Hamster by
hand.
David Cronenberg, featuring Nicolas Cage.
Okay, hold on. Pancho wants Cat Dog.
Cat Dog should be pretty good.
Should be a good one. That should be a good one.
Now coming to theaters soon, Cat Dog by David Cronenberg.
By Nicholas Hamster.
Audio listener.
I know, our audio.
Co-produced by Kevin Smith.
Really bad start for our podcast fans out here. But also, like, the example that the little, like, trailer thing gives you, too, is a pretty bad example. Because, like, it puts, like, Fox frolicking in field or some shit like that. Then it's like, look at this beautiful AI painting. And then, like, you zoom in on it. And it looks like this fox's, like, the mouth that comes out of this fox is like, ah! Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like that's what this fox just sounds panic.
Like. What does the fox say?
Ah! Like that's what that fucking fox there. And then we got Albert Einstein wearing VR goggles. That's look at that fox. It's not. Ah, God. Oh God. Oh wow! Oh wow! We got some very.
All right, this one provided results.
So it took the hit cartoon Cat Dog, and AI like generated what looked like the Weeping Man painting or Weeping Woman, whatever one it was. So it's like abstract cat dog art.
So, bottom left. What's going on there?
Cat dog. That's what. All right, I got one more. We got one more in us. One more in us here, okay? Because we have to do it. All right, Mike Tyson, make your head disappear. It's the only reasonable search here, right? Like, it's
of course.
Is it going to be a headless Mike Tyson? I swear to God.
That would be good. That would be very good. I searched
Mike Tyson, but his head is just a fist.
I searched up like Nicolas Cage or Nick Nolte riding dragon. I searched Shrek eating a cowboy. I, I searched nuts and bolts quesadilla. That was a that was a fun one.
Why would you even go there? How do you get to a nuts and bolts quesadilla? What was the thought process behind that?
Nick Nolte.
Fair enough.
It's one hell of a drug.
Yes, yeah, Nick Nolte. He's on a hell of a drug, I'll tell you that. Wow, it's just, it's just gross Mike Tyson. I mean, like, to be fair, this is the face that I imagine he makes when he says, "I'll make your head disappear."
I like how the tattoo's like shifted up on his face.
It's his eyebrow, actually.
It's like crazy, not where it's supposed to be at all.
Like, what is this? What is going on here?
Yo, what is middle right? What is like the? I think it was the one right. Yeah. What's going on?
Well, that's an elephant trial.
Does that dude have a fist coming out of his face?
No, you're like, yeah, maybe actually, it might be. It might be.
I'm about to say, because there's like the gloves are both the same hand.
And I love how like the tattoo is just a part of his head. It's just a part of his head. Oh no! And look at this one. Same hand again.
His hands are all twisted. It looks weird.
I don't like it. I don't like this, guys. I don't like this. Make it stop. Make it stop. This is worse than the cursed Pikachu.
Is it? I mean, are you?
I think so. I would spend a night with cursed Pikachu than any of these versions of Mike Tyson.
Well, that's okay, because we would spend the night with all of you at home, because this is the Shipwreck Show, where once a week, every week, 3 of the Brethren Court gather together to discuss anything and everything the Seven Seas has thrown our way. If you're on this wave, you can head on over to our Discord channel, where you can submit questions and topics. You can get exclusive post-show content, and you
Crank that soldier boy.
have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services. But you can also support us by following or subscribing to Good Kraken right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show, or by subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in our bio in order to get updates when new episodes go live everywhere.
Everywhere.
Xander.
Uh-huh.
My friend, we have a captain's order. My man.
Oh, yeah.
Captain's order, okay. Guys, listen, it is of no surprise here. We have a Discord channel. And in this Discord channel, there are lots of fun things that you can do. There's lots of fun things that you're going to be able to do. You can join our Discord. You can be a part of the family. You know what I'm saying? You can give us go on to crayon.com, and that's crayon with an AI in the middle. Put in your search engine options, screenshot it, and then drop it into our memes chat that we have in Discord, because we'll just crack up. It'll be a good time, you know what I'm saying? But be a part of that, because we have really cool stuff that we're going to be doing on our Discord very, very soon for all of you at home. I had to do the awkward lip lick just to make Garrick happy, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it didn't, but I thought it would.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Pancho says Kraken would make some amazing calamari. Yes, it would. It would actually. Actually, calamari sounds pretty fire, if I'll be completely frank with you.
I can go for some right now, yeah.
Oh God,
Go some calamari with like throw some like crispy like the fucking like chili onion crisp on top of it before you fucking dip it in the fucking the fuck's the red sauce called again? I don't eat seafood that much anymore.
Ketchup.
Yeah, the ketchup and horseradish. The ketchup and horseradish mix. Cocktail sauce.
Yeah,
It's basically ketchup though. You're right. You're very much right. I mean, it is just ketchup
not far off.
and horseradish. That's all it is.
Well,
Anyone that tells you otherwise is a fucking idiot.
So that I would be very upset if someone legitimately dipped calamari into ketchup. But that's fine. That's fine too. Yeah.
It makes sense because that is the base of cocktail sauce.
Is it? Like, is it
Is it not?
does that justify it though? You know what I mean?
I mean, I think it's tomatoes.
No, I
not
never said
ketchup
justify it. I just
specifically,
like,
right?
kind of makes. All right, you know what? Fuck it. We have the power of the internet. Okay. Cocktail sauce
no, he's really doing
recipe.
Really, of course it goes to food. Of course it goes to food. Pancho
There's
says
no
it
way
cocktail sauce
that
recipe.
recipe is going to call for ketchup.
Let's see. No,
Pancho
we
says
don't want to do quick cocktail.
it might be too hot to enjoy calamari right now. 106 today on the Best Coast. Yeah, unfortunately.
We're actually coming away from our heat wave for like 2 days. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get 2
finally.
days of like of a break finally.
Good God, thank God. You know what I'm saying? What'd you find, Xander? What'd you find?
All right.
What is cocktail sauce?
So cock sauce is.
Cock sauce.
Come on. There we go.
Cock.
I mean,
right.
Okay.
So the
To be
base
fair,
is
cock sauce to me is just sriracha, bro.
Same.
Yeah, so the base is ketchup. Half a cup of ketchup, 1.5
does
tablespoons of fresh
not.
lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 to 2 tablespoons of prepared horseradish.
I know he's struggling for a second.
1 clove of garlic, and then 3 to 4 dashes of hot sauce.
Where's the cock?
That's
Nowhere
after you've prepared the sauce, and before you actually serve it, you dip your cock in it.
I don't probably make a mess to put my chicken in a bunch of sauce.
Just slap it.
Anonymous writes in. That's our first listener question for the evening. This was our leftover question from last week's options here. Anonymous writes in, just like you can, right here at our Discord channel that you can go be a part of. You can write in there and hang out.
You can do that thing.
Do that thing. Do that motherfucking
do that thing you do.
My girlfriend of 7 years just broke up with me the other day. Do you fellas have any advice on how to go about life from here? It's been real tough. Xander, go ahead. You put the hand up. Go ahead, Doggy Dog.
Easy question. This is what I tell everybody, because I learned it the hard way, and as soon as I did this, I was like so much better off. Focus on yourself. Do whatever it is that makes you happy. Do whatever the fuck you want to do with your life, because guess what? You ain't got nothing holding you back. All right? All that shit is in the past. It's in the past. Just focus on you, get yourself to where you want to be. Everything else will come together.
Pancho says Palma Anderson.
Jesus Christ.
That's good. That's a good one. That's a good piece of advice, Pancho. Garrick, do you have anything? Do you have anything for Anon?
I mean, honestly, it's kind of like a similar echo to what I would seek, like self-fulfillment. Like, I was in a really long-term relationship prior to the relationship I was in before I, got engaged and got married. And that relationship was like 5 years long, and like it ended really piss poor. And there was like a time where after the relationship, I kind of didn't feel like I knew who I was, because I was so engrossed in the relationship. Like, I kind of like lost a little bit of my personality. This might sound kind of weird, but like, develop a personality. Like, and I know that sounds odd to say, but I feel like there are a lot of people, and I don't know how old you are, Anon, but you, like, depending on your age, like, I feel like there is a large majority of people in our generation specifically that, like, in their mid-20s didn't take time to develop like a personality.
Right.
Right. Like, their personality became like their things, like the things that they enjoy rather than being themselves. Like, they're like millennials, like a prime one that comes to example is like, I know people whose like whole identities is like Harry Potter. Like, that's just like, that's who they are. Like, they've developed fuck turfs, but they've developed their personality like around like a fandom or like something like that, or like a single like facet of like who they are. Go out and explore and try new things and discover for yourself the kind of person you do and do not want to be. Because and like, of course, I don't know your circumstances, but a relationship of 7 years doesn't end for no reason, right? So whether it, without placing blame, this would be a good time to reflect, discover who you are, and like develop who you are as a person, so that when you are ready to enter your next relationship, you understand who you are and what you want. Like, I feel like that's a big thing. People don't understand who they are and what they want. And you can't do that if you're like tied to another person that's like absorbing who you are.
Good answer. That's a good answer. I like that. I have 3 steps for you, Non. Three little pieces that I got for you really quick. Step 1, okay. As Garrick said, take some time to reflect, but most of all, take some responsibility, because people don't get broken up with for no reason. Okay. The reality is whether or not that person broke up with you for bad reasons or good reasons, whichever way, there's still reasons, and something about you gave them some reason to think that I don't want to be here anymore. Whether or not that's a good thing, whether or not that's a bad thing, is completely beside the point, but you got to really think and sit amongst yourself and say, what could I have done better? What did I do right? And what can I take into my next relationship from those lessons that I learned from either fucking up or doing things correctly? Because no matter what, as Garrick said, like, relationships are a two-way street, right? Like, you have some responsibility in someone's decision to no longer want to be that relationship anymore. Some responsibility. Whether it was something small, like you didn't do the dishes one night. Cool. Think about that. Well, maybe I should have done the dishes. Okay, well, now next time I go into a relationship, maybe I won't give them such a hard time about dishes. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's just minuscule, if it's minute, like, you still want to take some time to really reflect on that, reflect on what happened in the relationship, how you can go about it better next time around. There's going to be a handful of things. Step 2, pick up a fucking video game. And
escapism.
And I say that super generally. It doesn't have to be a video game, but you need to pick up a video game. Okay? Find a fucking hobby. Find something to do, because you will rot yourself into the ground by sitting there and stewing over a lost relationship and not letting your mind fizzle into something else. Watch some movies, watch some shows, catch up on your backlog, play some brand new video games, hang out with some friends. Come hang out with us. Like we just talked about joining our fucking Discord. Come hang out with us. Hang out with some friends, hang out with your family. Do things to keep your mind busy, because the longer that you are bored, the more time you're going to spend thinking about this relationship that was never meant to fucking be in the first place. Okay?
Yeah, there's a big difference between self-reflecting and sulking.
Yes, very, very big difference. Very, very big difference. And then my last piece of advice for you, at number 3, this is the big one, because this is something I run into a lot when it comes to prior partners, okay? You got broken up with. That is not that is just the reality of your situation, okay? Do not sit here and start trying to blame the other person for shit that they did in your relationship. It's done. It's done. Don't talk about it. Don't mention it. Don't sulk in it. Don't sit here and re-experience all the fucking good times in your mind. It's done. It's over with, okay? Whether or not they fucked up, whether or not you fucked up, whether or not things could have been better. Oh no, I could have done this differently. Just fucking keep it pushing, baby. Keep it fucking pushing. Because the more you continue to dwell on this other person, they didn't do anything wrong. They broke up with you. They broke up with you. All right, I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't true. I wish that wasn't the reality of your fucking situation, but it is. All right? So the better question now is, what are you going to do now? All right? What the fuck are you going to do now? You're going to move it the fuck on. You're going to keep kicking fucking rocks outside. Okay? You know, play some fucking video games. You keep on keeping on. You know, listen to some On My Way by, what do they call it? What's that group called? On the way, on the way. That Rusted Roots. Yeah, Rusted Roots. Go listen to that song, and then just keep it fucking going. Okay, just go. You're fine. You're fine. You're gonna be fine. They did nothing wrong. Just fucking keep it pushing. Everything in life is going to be good and dandy. Okay, hydrate.
Man, I just close it. Damn.
Goddamn. And also thank you, Anon, for coming to us with this question, because we do sometimes get some pretty deep shit around here. Like, we can all attest we've got some pretty heavy shit on this show before. And I know that we're very fast and loose with these answers because it's the obvious shit that we're kind of like talking about here, like the shit that everyone in your life is going to tell you. But
people like forget
Mm.
that like it's like a common, like it's like the rule that common sense isn't so common, you know? Like there are so many people out there that like, especially when you are like stuck in your own head, because like at least from, you know, Anon's perspective here, that like something tragic happened in their life, like whether or not like it was your fault, like you like it doesn't matter, like at that point, like it's just like you need to take the time to be like, okay, I can sit here and like turn myself into a fucking potato in a lump and be useless about it and burden my friends and family while I figure my fucking shit out, or I can like choose to be an adult and reflect and like actually try to better myself so that when this situation so hopefully this doesn't happen to you again. Hopefully you learn from this experience enough that like the next one's the one for you, and that's what I hope for. But it really comes down to like you need to like look into yourself and actually like don't discount the immediate answers. Like the shit that's right in front of your face is there for a reason, right? Like don't discount it just because it's easy. Sometimes like taking the time to do the little things gets you on a path to a greater path.
Yeah, that's fair. Did you have any like unorthodox advice? Did you guys have anything that might be like, obviously we talked about the obvious shit, right? But do you guys have anything that's like super like specific that you'd maybe recommend? Because like the first thing that comes to mind to me for something that's like you probably wouldn't normally get is like make sure you take the opportunity to like eat better food. You know what I mean? Eat better food, hang out with better people, shop more. You know what I mean? Like, obviously that kind of falls into like the taking your mind stuff on it, but like take the opportunity to like do better by yourself. You know what I mean? Like go see a fucking movie on your own for once. Go to a sit down restaurant and enjoy a meal by yourself. You know, like go buy yourself a t-shirt that was way too expensive and you couldn't justify buying it for, you know, the however long that you were with the person. Go fucking buy it now. You never spend $60 on a fucking video game because that person was telling you that you shouldn't do it. Go fucking do it now. Go do it now. Go treat yourself. Go spoil your fucking self because you deserve it. Okay? You spent 7 years not doing it. Go do that motherfucking thing.
Dude, that's actually, I'm going to go ahead and piggyback right off of that. I was going to say, I go out and do for yourself 3 things that your previous partner liked that you did not. Go expand yourself. Go do things that were frustrating for you in your previous relationship and do them alone. And understand why that was a frustrating experience for you, because guess what? There's a very real chance that if you, like many people, have a type of person that you are after, that they might end up liking those things again. And you might have to come to the common ground that like, I'm going to have to do some things for my partner that may not be the most enjoyable for me. But if you can learn to enjoy those activities on your own, you'll just be better for it.
I like that.
True.
That's a good answer. What about you, Xander?
Mine was going to be the same as yours, actually.
Oh.
When you first brought up that question, no, that's
go
exactly what I was thinking.
Go spoil yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Go spoil, like literally just like
yourself.
Like any of the things that like during your previous relationship, like you couldn't do because X, Y, and Z. Well, guess what? X, Y, and Z don't exist anymore. So go fucking do it.
Mm-hmm. And as like sort of like a subcategory of that one too, like Anon, listen, we don't know who you are, okay? We don't know who you are. But like if you're into it, if you're down, okay, or down for the clown as one juggalo would say, go get laid. Go get laid.
Honestly, yeah. Like I know that's like that might not seem like a thing, but do it. Like, what do you have to lose?
Esko says, "What if I say no, Garrick?"
Figure it out.
That's fair.
It won't matter. You're just gonna preload the answer in there, anyways.
No. See, seriously, get laid. If you're okay with that. Now, let me be clear. Okay.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear. Do not manipulate people into doing it. Be 100% clear about what your intentions are, okay? Because one, you have a much better chance of getting it in if you're honest about it. Trust me, I know that sounds super fucking far-fetched, but if you are honest about what your intentions are, you will be surprised how many people are willing to meet you there, okay?
But that's the thing too, right? Like if you're honest and transparent about your intentions, you're way more likely to get where you want to go.
Yes.
Especially because like most people don't. If you're an adult, most people don't have the time for this shit. Like just fucking do the thing, man. Like we're busy.
Yeah. Just be honest. Just be honest about your intentions. And then two,
worst case, they say no.
Be honest about your boundaries. Okay? Mm-hmm. Tell them this is what this is. This is nothing more than that. And if it starts to become more than that, I reserve my right to ejecto-cedo. Okay? I will hit the fucking eject button.
Ejecto-cedo, cuz.
So fucking fast.
Actually, hold on. That actually just brought up something. That brought up some sort of unorthodox advice. So this might get a little bad Kraken here.
Oh no.
So you're in this relationship. Let's say there's some things when you guys close the doors behind you, right? There's some things that you wanted to try out that your partner was like, no. Find yourself someone who's actually willing to do that stuff.
Dude,
have that experience that you were denied in the previous relationship.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's also a good contrast. Esco says, I will say I do enjoy doing certain things by myself, where years ago I wouldn't have been okay to do by myself in previous relationships. There you go. There you go. I never really went into a movie by myself until ending my last relationship. You know what I mean?
Bro, I go to the movies by myself all the time.
I have nothing against it. I just never did. I never did it.
I like
you know
it.
What I mean? And then when I finally did it, I was like, this actually ain't that bad. And it ended up being
the only thing that's like kind of poopy about going to the movies by yourself, and it's the thing I always miss the most, is like the conversation afterwards. But like if you can learn to enjoy like your own company, as weird as that sounds, because you're always noodling around up there, you're living with yourself constantly. Like the voice in your head is a different part of you than like you. I know that's really bizarre to like, but like it's not that you and the voice in your head are not the same. Yeah. And so like if you can learn to get along with you, like you are going to like everything in your life is going to improve.
100%. Pancho says, bust out the rubber chicken. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that for you. Yeah, no. Seriously, like if getting laid does like fulfill something for you, absolutely, fucking hunt after it. Good, happy hunting. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you'll never know what could possibly fucking happen out of it. You could find someone that's just like, yeah, I don't have fucking time for a relationship either, but I want some dick. I want some coochie in my face. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You have no idea.
Retweet.
And then one day you meet that person, they say it like, I'm down if you're down, and you're like, I'm more down than I thought I would be.
And watch, you could have a regular friends with benefits kind of scenario where you end up like, hey, you want to meet up every weekend, do this. Then you start to get to know each other, then you start to like each other, and then maybe a new relationship can bloom out of that.
Yeah,
you never know.
Exactly.
And I say friends with benefits because No Strings Attached was a shit ass movie.
Yes, it was.
It was very bad. Very bad. Now, if you're not one of those people that are okay with that, there's obviously a million other options, okay? Buy a sex toy.
The stranger.
Sleep on your left hand, in the morning.
That's the stranger, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can. Did they have a couch?
If you're in the medical field, grab some Novocaine.
Novocaine. I don't think they can just take some Novocaine, Xander.
There's probably ways. Come on.
That's a felony. That is a felony.
Anyway. That's the American system's so fucked anyway. You can probably figure out a way. Like the great Drake Bell once said, I found a way.
He's in Mexico now. He's a like pop star in Mexico. Can't believe that shit.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I didn't even realize yet it was fluent in Spanish.
Dude, he just changed his last name to the Spanish version of Bell.
Was it Bello? I don't know the Spanish.
I don't think so.
Bea. Esco, that was literally my sis for a few months with this guy, and that she doesn't want to be in a relationship, and told him, and this man cried. My sister breaking hearts. Well, see, if she would have
what happened,
been
though?
upfront in the first place and said, listen, we're going down this path here. I'm just letting you know right now, I ain't looking for some shit. All right? If you're trying to get coochie down, I can get that to you. But if you want more than that, bye-bye. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Like,
By the way, it is Drake Campagna.
Campagna.
Yeah.
Campagna. I like that.
Didn't he do that because he got hit with like some sexual assault allegations?
I think he was just, the dude had just been on hard times, and I think he just wanted to start over. And fair for him.
Hard times.
Was, yeah. Esco, she was upfront with him in the first place. He just cried because he caught feelings. Oh, so he's a bitch.
I'm about to say, dude, that's
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying he's a bitch because he cried. Let me be very clear about that. I'm saying he's a bitch because, one, he expected that to change. You already came to the agreement.
I thought I was different.
I thought I was no, you're not fucking different, homeboy. You're not. I'm sorry. You're not fucking different, okay? And two, he probably cried hoping that would make her feel bad and that would maybe get her to stick around. Because some fucking people
those are the worst.
sleazy and fucking disgusting.
Those are the
like
worst.
Ew.
Fucking
Like,
Wait, it's
yeah,
2022. Guys can
manipulation.
cry now, right? I'm gonna use that to my advantage.
goddamn, I know, right? Let's go. If it helps, my
Yo, I
sister
was
and
crying before it
Xander
was cool.
are the same zodiac
Yeah, same.
signs. What's your sign, Xander?
Huh?
What's your sign?
My sign?
Yeah.
Pisces.
What about you, Garrick? What are you again?
I'm a Virgo, which honestly tracks really hard.
It does track very hard. I didn't take Xander as a Pisces. Really? To be honest with you. Yeah.
Interessante.
Devin is...
Well, granted, most of the time we're also like very much like in this kind of field. Like, you really got to go off of my personality when we're off stream.
That's
fair.
yeah, no, I guess that is fair. I was gonna say Devin is a queef.
Oh,
He's not here, so I can talk shit.
This is why you make me worry every time I have to like be like, oh yeah, I can't make it.
Esco, he is 3 to 4 years older too. He wanted to ask her out, but her grandpa passed. But she said she would have said no. Wait, never mind. My sister is an Aries. Esco. Esco,
right.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Come on. For anyone at home that needs to know, I'm a Gemini. So honestly, I can't talk shit about anybody's signs because I'm like the second most
You're
hated
literally
sign.
like, yeah.
Second most. Arguably first.
wait, what's the first?
Arguably.
Cancer?
I mean, that's... I would personally say that Scorpios and Geminis, based on my experiences. You know what I'm saying? Based on my experiences, Scorpios.
Yeah, I
and
know. I
Geminis
am
are
like,
the
I know
hated
nothing
ones.
like about this stuff. So
Yeah, no, I never really paid attention to that stuff.
yeah, I'm not. Well, yeah, I don't know what's going on when there's mercury in my Gatorade.
That's just pee, Garrick. That's just pee. Or it could be more listener questions. But before we move on to our listener questions, next up here, I want to remind everyone that they can support us by joining our Discord, where they can get early access on this episode before it goes public. They can ride into the show and they can get this episode ad-free. Whether they're hearing this, they aren't on our Discord, maybe not. So for now, have a word from our sponsors.
This piece of good Kraken content is brought to you by Glide mouse pads. The world is changing and the demand for PC gaming and work from home setups has never been as wild as it is right now. Having the best of the best in PC accessories only makes it easier to get your work done before you jump right back into the fray of the digital sea. And Glide knows exactly how to make it happen for you. Glide mouse pads is the future industry leader in mouse pads, offering beautiful, smooth, and waterproof products made with eco-friendly materials and non-slip rubber in a variety of sizes that are guaranteed to help you get the next win. Is your battle rug just looking a little crusty?
Is the mouse just not as smooth as it used to be? Or are you just looking to get rid of that ergonomic mouse pad your grandma got you for Christmas? Well, then I think we have the mouse pad for you. You can go to glidemousepads.com right now and use code Kraken for 15% off the Founders Edition mousepad in every size available. Again, that's code KRAKEN, Kraken, for 15% off any Founders Edition mousepads today. Our next sponsor is Rogue Energy. Late nights are pretty much commonplace for us content creators, and any of us here at GK can attest that sometimes you're just too damn tired to even think about how not to be tired anymore. Lucky for us, though, Rogue has figured out how to give us those late nights and even earlier mornings the supercharge we all need. Rogue Energy is a low-calorie, no-sugar energy formula that is the perfect alternative to sugar-filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Every formula Rogue Energy produces is designed with optimal levels of high-quality ingredients and no chalky textures. Being the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, Rogue Energy strives to improve that in-game performance of gamers, streamers, and content creators everywhere. Look, I love this stuff. I've got 2 tubs at home right now. Your boy is drinking on some caramel vanilla latte in the mornings and sipping on some mango pineapple throughout the day. And if you are wondering how you can get these 2 dope flavors, well, I'm gonna tell you. You can head over to rogueenergy.com and use code GKRAKEN for 10% off your purchase on any shaker or formula tub of your choosing. That is GKRAKEN for 10% off any shaker or formula tub of you'd like. And now, back to your regularly scheduled Good Kraken content.
Welcome back, everybody. Hello. How you doing? Now, just because Poncho said Cancer Gang in chat, my closest friends I've had in my life, like IRL, and like my best relationships that I've had have been with cancers. So I have a very weird back and forth with cancers because obviously I'm not dating those cancers anymore. And I'm certainly not friends with most of the cancers I had, so maybe they're not as great as I like to pretend that they are. But I like to think that
my wife is a cancer.
Beautiful.
God damn it! I'm so pissed off at the comment that I was gonna make as soon as that you said that, but I can't. I'm not. Go
ahead, Xander.
Wait, what?
Go ahead.
Maybe they're just in remission.
Yeah, that's.
Also, ask us if Garrick changed his shirt. So you changed your shirt?
I told you.
I didn't.
I told you.
Change my shirt. Oh, the ad, dude. I'm just like, what is she talking about? I had a pink shirt on in the ad.
Esco, I'm a Taurus. People have a love-hate relationship with us. I know I'm super stubborn, but I'm mostly right almost all the time. Are you, or is that just
sounds
your
like something
Taurus?
a Taurus would say.
That sounds exactly like something a Taurus would say. And maybe Mike Tyson. Anyways, we have our second tier listener questions here, guys. Xander's gone. He totally is changing his shirt. He's changing his fucking shirt right now. I bet you.
Why?
I bet you right now this man is changing his goddamn shirt to prove a point.
No.
Okay.
I put myself in timeout.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I think you did great. It was just a bit much. Maybe we needed you out of 6.
Well, see, I was gonna save it. I was gonna save it for off stream, but I knew like the moment you guys were like, "Oh, say it," and I was like, "Well, they're just gonna keep pestering me until I fucking say it." So I'm just like, rip it off like a band-aid.
Right. It would have happened.
Yeah, you're very much right, boys. We have either The Long Con or Planet of the Apes.
Ooh. Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to The Long Con.
I don't like it when you make those sounds.
Xander's going for Long Con. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing The Long Con tonight. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Fly Jet Fly writes in just like you can to our Discord channel. Goddamn, baby, let's go. And says this, Ernell tweeted about some long-term goals wait, sorry, typo. Ernell tweeted about some of his long-term goals that he has for Good Kraken the other day. And I was wondering, what are some goals the rest of you have long-term for the podcast? Ernell and Devin specifically, how do you guys plan on getting there?
Not here.
All right, well, Devin.
Well, Devin's not here.
Devin,
This
come on.
quest. Yeah,
Devin,
Devin,
hello.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Excellent.
He's doing that
great
thing.
answer, yeah.
He's doing that thing where he stays completely still and pretends like he's frozen.
Yes, that's it.
He
He's
does
doing
do
great.
that
Yeah,
quite
he
often.
does do that a lot. I fucking drives me fucking
I
insane.
actually worry about that sometimes. Like I'm usually wondering like whether or not like he's actually breathing.
He's not. He
Dude,
doesn't
he's
actually
not.
breathe.
He's just fucking committing to the gas.
Just straight up, just
He doesn't actually require oxygen. Fun fact.
You can just breathe through his pores.
He breathes through the gills. And
I mean, given all that
deep.
boba tea, I mean,
I feel like if Devin was a character on The Boys, he'd be the deep.
That's rough.
yeah, I can see that though. I can see that.
The problem is I don't disagree.
Like without
quick
like the
tangent, quick
obviously
tangent.
like
Without like the obvious
super
yeah,
fucked
with the
up,
shitty
like-
shit part, right?
yeah, right,
But like
right,
Yeah.
the general aura of the character.
right.
Quick tangent. Who would the rest of us be?
Xander, I'll come back to you, Xander. Garrick, I feel like you're definitely
I'd say Huey.
no.
Granted,
no,
I haven't
no, he's
seen
not-
this newest season.
You know what? Maybe you are Huey. No,
Yeah,
I think about it.
I
Maybe
would
you are
own- I
fucking
would
Huey.
own Huey.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
Ernell, hands down, Butch.
No,
I'll take
Ernell's Frenchie.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not a drug addict. Like.
Ernell's Nah, dude, it's just a chaotic energy though.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's
Fair, yeah, that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
but
That
they
checks
both
out.
have chaotic energy. But I'll give you that much. I'll give you that much. Xander's
Yeah.
noir.
Really?
Yeah, Xander's noir. Cartoon
Oh, that's
characters
fair.
everywhere. He can't die, but until he dies, like.
Can't die until he dies. Yeah.
Pancho says that's why you guys named it Kraken, huh? Closest to the octopus. Yeah, it was Devin. He came up with it. It was great. I did put the pieces together.
All right, so long-term goals.
He was like, "What about Good Kraken?" And then he licked his lips. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Okay, long-term goals. You guys, I put up my tweet about it, and just for people at home that don't know, I talked about some of my major goals at Good Kraken. That is, eventually, there's a lot of things. Eventually, I want to open a studio with Good Kraken. Eventually, I would like that studio to potentially double as a like collectible shop for like video games and trading cards and all sorts of fun, cool shit that like we could do in a shop. But most importantly, like I wanted to make sure that there was a focus on helping marginalized kids that that their families are too poverty to be able to afford having an entryway for their kid to be able to appreciate nerd culture. Because that was something that I struggled with a lot when I was a kid. Like my family was poor as fuck. So like I didn't get a PlayStation 2 until it was like super fucking late. I think it was like 4 years into its life cycle. I didn't get a PSC until then.
Yeah, same. I don't think I wasn't able to afford a current gen console until I was able to buy my own PlayStation 4.
Yep.
I was always behind because
Yep.
broke.
Yep, exactly. I sold like a bunch of shit in order for me to get a 360. Otherwise,
I've done that
never
too.
would have had it. I never would have fucking got it. But like I sold a bunch of shit to fucking get that bad boy. So anyways, yeah, like I want to do that with it. I wanna be involved in like communities around here to like really like help marginalized kids like find their love for all the shit that we fell in love with when we were kids. And most of all, like I want to be able to make content with you fuckers Monday through Friday as a full-time job. Like that's what I want. I want to entertain you folks at home. I want to do it with you guys. I want to have fun, enjoy ourselves for fucking 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, just making fucking content, stupid conversations with you fuckers, and then after hours, like put forth some energy into like giving something to the world, you know what I mean? And then like we can have our friends work in the fucking shop for us. That'd be dope. I think that'd be dope. Devin's is the octopus. That's his goal. It's the octopus.
That's a singular goal.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the octopus.
Mm-hmm. It's the octopus. Yeah. What about you guys? Now that I've established for the people who did not see my tweet thread about it the other day, what about you guys? What do you think? What do you want out of this? Besides Christmas presents.
I mean, honestly, like making this like our legitimate, like making this our career is like the biggest thing, right? Because we already put forth like a lot of like blood, sweat, and tears like into this like on a weekly basis. Like we are dedicating time to be here strictly with you guys, like, and with and with the Good Kraken like family, like all the time. Like there are definitely like weeks where like I get to gaze upon these individuals' faces sometimes more frequently than my wife's, because that's just the way that life works. Like she's a busy person, I'm a busy person. We're trying to do stuff, and so like being able to make this like a legitimate like our 9 to 5 sort of thing, like where we get to like this is our daily, this is what we get to do, is like a really big thing. Us like and the studio, that's like a really big thing. I think I want to have a studio with you guys like so deeply badly, and like I want to like I don't even give a shit where it's at. Like if that means one day like my ass ends up back in the Pacific Northwest, so be it. Like I just if this bears the fruit that we're all like fertilizing, and we're really hoping that like it goes where we're in the direction we're trying to project, like being able to like do all those things is like that's definitely like my biggest thing. Like I want this to be like what I get to do like all of the time. Like I get such a thrill out of being able to like watch a film from like a critical perspective, and like I can take notes, and like playing a video game and taking notes. Like I get a kick out of that. Like it's fun, it's enjoyable to me to be able to do these things. Like to be able to like sift through all of these news articles day in and day out, like, and just consume all of this media, and then like tightly package it and regurgitate it in like this nice neat little package for all of you guys at home who don't have the time to go through like 90,000 IGN articles a day, right? Because like sometimes it feels like there's an overwhelming amount of news for this industry. Like there's always so much going on, and like I think one thing that I would love to see out of this is I would love for each of us as creators to be able to find our own individual space within this industry, right? Like because we have talents. We all have talents. We have things that we're good at. Like you guys say that like video game reviews are like my strong point. Like I always felt like Ernell has like this great like critical eye for things as far as like films are going. And then like Devin and Xander, you guys are like news sleuths, dude. You guys find and dig up shit that I didn't even know existed. I get news on a regular basis from Xander that if I didn't get it from Xander, I wouldn't have gotten it. Like it just wouldn't have gotten it. And Devin just has this interesting, unique perspective where he is able to just like pick apart like all of these things and like find this interesting bit about something and be able to parallel it to all of this relative media. Like he just has this eye for it. And I would love for us to be able to polish those skills here in GK, and then be able to gain some form of recognition or notoriety to like the bigger people in the industry that we read the articles for, and like have them work with us. Like I think it would be awesome to be able to build a legitimate professional relationship with publishers and game journalists and like other in industry names and faces.
And I want to kind of like coattail on that too. Like I think that Genesee has a remarkable like way of being organized about things, and a remarkable way. Like she's been incredible working with me to try to like make sure that all of our ducks are in a row when they need to be, and like giving me reminders and like helping me sort of like wade the waters of having to juggle two of effectively full-time jobs, basically, and keeping all of our minds wrapped around, while also giving us great Taylor Swift fun facts. I think Genesee.
She has such a unique film perspective. I love her.
Oh my god, she's fucking incredible at that stuff. I think Genesee is a force to be reckoned with. If she actually really wanted to get into this industry, if it was something that she was like extremely passionate about and wanting to like be involved in like the media industry from our side of things, she would be fucking incredible at it. Obviously, selfishly, I want to keep her forever and like just have her help like us grow GK into like this massive fucking monster that we want it to be. But like Genesee's fucking incredible at what she does, and like I could seriously never thank her enough. I can never thank you guys enough too, dude. Like Garrick's right on the dot. Like we all have so many different talents and different things that we do incredibly that like have so much that we can offer like in our space specifically. And I know that like Shipwreck show, like we get to fuck around and have fun and like say stupid shit and genuinely enjoy ourselves, where we don't have to do too much work. We can just kind of like come in and hang out with our friends for, you know, a couple of hours. So that's always good to have. But I think Garrick's just right on the fucking dot, dude. Like you're like you put that into better words than I ever would have been able to. What about you, Xander? What are you thinking, dog?
I'm just still waiting for the Good Kraken calendar shoot.
If I don't get it, I swear to God, if I don't get a page with Xander, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, you guys are absolutely getting a page together. You
Like,
fucking
I'm
kidding
gonna
me?
be mad.
You fucking kidding me? Like you guys are definitely getting a page together.
No, but realistically though, I'm all for the studio and everything. Like it's always been my dream to just be able to do what we do for a living, you know, like do what we actually fucking enjoy. Because like what people don't tend to realize is like a lot of times when we come on here and we're just in front of a camera and we're playing games or we're like talking about this, that, and the other thing, people don't see all the research and the story building and stuff like that we do. Like I bet you Ernell over here is like looking himself in the mirror or just in the shower thinking of different ways to segue into other things. Like oh, that would be good. Like if someone were to say this word, then like, oh yeah, I can take that and run with that. Mm-hmm. Like he's probably the way his improv brain works. Like we've never even talked on this, but I can tell like you're probably always thinking of like, ooh, that'd be a good way to like kind of just like, ooh, like I can do this or I can do this.
Always
like,
in the forefront.
Like this is something that is so ingrained into us that is like this is who we are and what we want to do for the rest of our lives. And it's like if we were to just be able to establish a way to do what we enjoy for the rest of our life, that is what I want for this.
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. Like it's just, and you're right. Like there's a whole under the ocean section of this iceberg that like people don't really see. Like and there's a lot, and it's stressful as fuck a majority of the time. Mm-hmm. But like being able to do it with you guys and be able to do it with the people that we have in our chats, like when we do shows, the people who watch our episodes, listen to our episodes, people just generally around our community, like you guys all make it fucking worth it to do. Like you guys make it worth like slaving away until like midnight at night to make a thumbnail. You know what I mean? Like you guys make that shit so worth it because like it doesn't feel like work anymore when I start to think about that frame set. Like it's hard, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time, and it takes some gusto, because I'll tell you there's some nights that I just don't fucking wanna. there's some nights that I'm like, I don't know if I have the fucking spoons to do this, but like obviously for me it's like I'm one of the co-owners, so it's like I have a little bit more pressure to make sure that the steamboat's still steaming, you know what I'm saying? But like having you guys
still chucking coal into there,
but having you guys to do this with, like all of us here on the GK group, that like we're all so passionate about doing this and enjoying it and having fun as we go, and like, you know, being able to potentially one day add more people to our crew, more people to be a part of this, more people that are also super passionate about seeing this through and seeing like what it could be one day. We're like on a grand scale, we're fucking nobody right now. We are absolute fucking jack shit to anybody. But like one day that could suddenly fucking change just because the amount of work that we put in. And like just it's that thought that like makes it for me, because like I'm already kind of a naturally like super competitive person. Like just it is kind of toxic sometimes, but I'm like a super competitive person when it comes to the aspect of like someone saying you can't do it. I get real up in my fucking feelings when people say you can't do that, or like you can't pull that off, or like you guys saw me with a fucking bet with Devin over $20 that I couldn't gaslight someone for 1 week, and I was like, bet.
You're like, all right, cool. You're gonna owe me $20 at the end of the week, but all right.
You start challenging me on shit, like I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I can to show you that like I'm worth
Just
the goddamn shot.
Fucking malicious compliance.
Yeah, exactly. Except it's more like maliciousness because I'm just like malicious pettiness.
Well,
maybe.
That being said, hey Ernell, bet you won't make this shit blow up.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go, baby. Fucking bet. You know what I'm saying? Bet. But also, Esco says Surreal and I can be your social media people and security. And honestly, like all of you guys that have like been our mods here, all of y'all like Esco, Surreal, Griff, like all of y'all that have like been here basically as day oneers, like y'all are the first people that we think about when we like talk about this shit, because you guys have been here so long, smashing your head against a brick wall with us, like every time we're pushing out live content, every time that we like some of you guys like don't like get to finish our live shows, so you actually just go and listen to it again later. Like we have like I know we have some subscribers that kind of bounce back and forth between the two of the platforms that we have to offer, and it's fucking.
Oh, I know I do that sometimes too.
Me too. Like sometimes I'll like watch her shit while I'm doing stuff and like kind of go back, and a lot of it for me is because, as Xander said, like I kind of have that stuff in the forefront of my mind like at all times. Like I'm pretty consistently thinking about production shit and how to be a better host, like at all times. At all times. That's like my biggest fucking priority, because like my goal is one day to be hosting a Game Awards, a like E3 event, a fucking Rooster Teeth show. Like that's something that I want to be a part of. Like that's something that I want, and that's something that like if you guys ever want it, I would want to help you guys be able to pull that off. You know what I mean? Because like as Garrick said, it's like I want each of us to find our place individually in this industry. You know, like if Xander came to me one day and he was like, dude, like I want to be a part of a Twitch panel, right? I'd be like, bet. Let's fucking make it happen, dude. And like if we were in the position to like push for that, that would be fucking phenomenal, right? Like that like being able to have that be a reality is something that pushes me to want to do everything that I can to get there. You know what I mean? Like Garrick, if you came to me and you're like, dude, like one day I want to be a part of fucking G4. I want to like be on some G4 content. I'd be like, fucking let's do it, dude. Like
every Tuesday, man, I am always like, every time we get ready to do hands on deck, I always try so hard to pick a video game, and I always try to deliver you guys like and it might sound kind of weird, but I'm not even trying to necessarily like deliver the audience. Like every time I talked to you and Devin about a video game, I am trying to deliver you a better review than the previous one I gave you. Like if I could find a way to dude, if I could make my way into video game journalism one day, I'd shit and piss and come and fart all over the place. Dude.
All over, like, all over, baby.
All over the place.
Let's go.
Like because like I am so passionate about video games. Like I have like a template that I follow when I review games for GK. Like I have a step-by-step process. I make sure when I'm reviewing a video game, I am spending X hours. I am going through the menus. I am checking accessibility options. Yeah. I am spending thorough amounts of time on the tutorial. I am doing every piece of content that the game has to offer, main quest, side quest, tertiary stuff, because I want to be able to understand everything about how that game functions, so that when I condense it, it is precise to you guys. So you, the listeners at home, can decide whether or not this is something you are or are not interested in. Like I get like this overwhelming, like just dopamine rush when I am able to convince somebody to try something new, especially a video game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. fucking for sure about that, Dougie Dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, and like
he's a pusher.
Yes, let's go. Be shitting, farting, all of it just out, pushing out the body. No, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. Obviously, I'm sure that any of us can say for. I mean, like Devin has talked to me about like wanting this to be his full-time job too. Like he has, him and I started this together because we had the implications of the same thought process in mind. Like we wanted to be the next Kind of Funny. We wanted to be the next IGN. We wanted to be the next, you know, like the next
G4.
Like we wanted to be that next platform that people go to for their video game news, their movie news, their nerd content, even for just dumb gameplay streams. Like we wanted that to be the reality. And like now that we do it, and we've garnered some bigger family, some bigger friends, like we've built relationships with people. Like it's crazy to think about, because almost 2 years ago, like we didn't think that it was going to be at all tangible, like right off the cuff. And then like I especially being the person who sort of like pitched this to Devin and was like, hey, I want a business partner. Would you be interested in this stuff? He's like, yeah, absolutely. And I started getting things rolling, and then ended up doing that first episode of Good Kraken with 3 people that work in the games industry. And it was because I just made like a big dick swinging move and just started fucking emailing people one day. Like I was like, I don't care. I don't care if you say no. Like I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna try to see if like you'd be interested in coming on the show to talk about like being Asian American, like what that means for you. And like you work in the games industry, your perspective matters here. It matters, right? There's people that work in this industry and are a part of this industry, or even just fans of this industry that care about what you have to say. Would you want to be a part of this? And I got like 25 no's. Like of the emails that I sent out, it was like 40 emails that I fucking sent out about this stuff. A good, good 25 to 30 said like, no, I'd love to. I'm sorry, but unfortunately my schedule's booked. The last like handful were like, didn't reply, or the last 3 were like, I'm so fucking down. And they came into it. And like, that was like the day, because specifically Rose, young lady who works at G4, was like talking to me about it. And I was like, I was asking them, like, what do you do? You know, like what part of the industry are you? And they were like, well, what about you? And I was like, oh, I'm fucking nobody. I'm just a guy who works for FedEx, and I just so happen to love video games and movies and nerd culture and shit. And they were like, well, no, you work in the games industry now. I was like, I didn't fucking think about that.
Do you guys see yourself as that way? I struggle with that. Like I still don't feel.
I struggle with it a lot. I do.
And like I understand that, like on paper, like we really are, and like we're definitely like, there are some times where like I feel I'm just like, shit, we're fucking doing the thing, you know. And then like there are other days where like I'm just like, all right, I have some shit I got to work on. I need to get better at this, because like there are so many people. But like, dude, I would crap my pants if I just woke up one day and like I got to look in and like open my Twitter one day and have like Greg Miller levels of like interaction.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like
crap. Like that's just like I just want to be like, I'm already so thrilled.
The very best.
That, like, there are times where I wake up in the morning and I have like interactions from individuals I have never seen, interacted with, talked with before, like so far removed from like follower of a follower of a follower of a follower, and they're like recommending our podcast to people within groups of other podcasts. Like we're getting call outs. And like 9 months ago, like we might have only gotten one of those, and now I feel like we get one every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Like every month we like at least someone's giving us like a, hey, these guys exist, and it's like a nod. And like it's fulfilling. Like it's nice to be able to like to see, like, even if it's incremental success, like we know that we are inching our way to greater things by dedicating 5 freaking days a week to this.
Yeah. Like it is incremental, and like that's the thing that me and Devin kind of had to like come to terms with. So I guess to answer the second question you had, Jet, or Devin, how do you guys plan on getting there? we had to kind of come to terms with the fact that like we're starting a business here, and that's going to be a slow burn, because a successful business is never one that booms out overnight. Very rarely do those end up being successful for the long term, right? Like usually they're huge, they're fucking massive for the first few years, and then they fizzle out when people lose their interest, because humans are in competition against goldfish for attention span, and humans are losing. Okay, like they're like humans like do not have the same attention span that they used to have. Like they're not interested in the same thing for too long. So like we had to come to terms.
What are we talking about?
Exactly.
Yes.
We had to come to terms with the fact that it was going to be a long-term commitment. It was going to be hard. It was going to be difficult. But like, and more specifically, we were going to have to be ready to pivot at any moment's notice. And we pivoted like 4 times since we started Kraken.
We pivot a lot.
We pivot a lot, dude. And it's mostly because we're trying to figure out what works for us, right? Like what is going to garner some level of success for us. And we've touched some things, and we found some great success out of like making those decisions and doing those things, and then we pivoted away from them just to see like what the results would be. And we have some things that we pivoted away from that we might actually come back to because they were successful at some point, and the pivot was the wrong pivot. You know what I mean? So like,
it is legitimate trial and error.
Yeah, a lot of it is kind of just a week by week basis of us fucking up, doing better, doing something good, doing better, doing this, doing better, and every single week it's just the goal of like get better, make more contacts, make more friends, build more relationships, offer more to your audience, offer more to our friends, be better hosts, be a better content creator, make better content. Like it's constantly this sort of battle with like trying to make sure that like we're keeping up with the times and not getting stagnant, but also prioritizing our content in a way that can make us all feel fulfilled. You know what I mean? So that was something we had to really kind of like sit here and like gather for ourselves. And that was basically just saying like, if we're going to start this business, the business needs to be the priority, right? It's going to get hard. It's going to fucking suck sometimes. It's going to eat us fucking alive. Some days we're just flat out not going to want anything to fucking do with it. But we're going to. We have to.
Dude.
We have to.
I had to hype myself up yesterday. 20 minutes. I was just like 20 minutes and I don't want to do this because I had a fucking I had a rough personal day. But the thing is like I got onto stream and like some of the community showed up and I had people show up in the voice chat, and like it ended up like I forgot all about the shitty day I had prior because I was able to just be like because I made a commitment to you guys and to the audience to be there to do this thing. And when I followed through with that not only did that in itself feel good to be able to like I'm committing to this and making the commitment to be there to do this for you guys and for our audience, but like seeing it pay out, even if it's small, like even if it was just a couple of chatters, like I had just a couple of viewers, we were hanging in, but it was such a positive interaction with our existing community that like I was just like, this is why I fucking do this. This is why I do this. Even if it's just one person, even if it's just Esco being like, hey, I just want to talk to you for an hour and a half and watch you kill monsters. Like, let's vibe. And like, that's what we did. And it was a great stream. And I had such a good time. And like, it's those small moments that make like all of the head banging against the wall, like worth it. And there are some nights where like, dude, like when you go, like you're going to set up a stream and like my Switch dock didn't work yesterday.
Oh no. Oh no.
It just didn't. So like I'm like, ugh! Like I have to stream this game in fucking 45 minutes. What am I gonna do? And so like I'm over here trying to like MacGyver my whole rig together to like get shit to work, right? And like you just have to figure it out. And like there's just such a stress factor sometimes. But like when you actually get to like go through with it all and like getting to sit down with you guys at like the end of my day, which is really what it is. Like this is how I end my day most of the time. It's like, it's the fucking best. I go to bed like with a smile on my face, like almost all the time. Like whenever I'm around you guys, because like being around you guys is like the happiest thing in my life.
Yeah. 100%, dude.
This actually reminds me of a anonymous question I received recently. It was have you ever thought about quitting streaming. And I was like, very much yes. There have been a lot of times where I was just like, you know what, things could be a lot less stressful and a lot easier if I just stopped, you know. But then what keeps me going, both Good Kraken and my personal stream, is even if it's just one person. Like I've actually received DMs from people within my community, some people within our shared community, where it's like, you know what, I was having a really shitty day. I was having you know, things were not good, very not good, and I came into your stream and just hung out, and I felt better. Like there's actually one early on in my streaming I guess career, where I received a message from someone who is a prominent member of my community at the time. Was like, hey, listen, I just want to be like completely transparent with you. I I had thoughts about killing myself today, and then I saw that you were online and joined in, and you helped me forget everything that was going on, and helped me remember a reason to keep going on, because there are things to enjoy in this life. There are, you know, like all that stuff can be put behind me, and and anytime I've ever thought about saying, you know what, I can't do it anymore, this is too much for me, I think back to that message. And it doesn't matter how small we think we are, we could be big to someone out there.
Yeah.
And we don't know it.
100%.
And that's why,
You know?
that's why we refer to our listeners a majority of the time as our friends. Like, unless they're like new listeners, right? And then eventually they will be our friends. Like, they will be people that we care about, because like Esco, even in chat, I always go to bed with a smile on my face with y'all, because like that's the kind of shit that we're talking about. It's like I also have gotten messages from people that are like, dude, you guys did amazing. I love you guys. I love your guys' content. I get to come in and just listen to you guys bullshit. It makes me feel like I'm hanging out with friends. Like, that's like been a thing that like I've gotten a number of fucking times. I've heard from other podcasts, like we love your guys' content because you guys are so just like down to earth and genuinely feel like you enjoy doing what you're doing. And the fun part of that is that we are actually genuinely enjoying doing what we're doing.
Yes, like all the time.
Yes, wholeheartedly.
Because we get to like hang out with you guys at home. We get to hang out with each other, and like in this weird, like, sort of like selfishly not selfish way, like we get to do something that we personally enjoy doing, and that's bullshitting with our friends, talking about dumb nerd shit with our friends for a couple hours every single night out of the week. And we get to do that, and we get to like make you guys at home a part of that, and like really like make that come to life with y'all, because like that's our juice. That's our secret sauce here. Is not like my competitiveness. It's not Garrick's like wanting to be better. It's not just Xander's like wanting to appease like one specific person. It's all of you. It's all of you guys at home. It's everyone that's ever listened to our content. It's everyone that's ever watched one of our videos, and any of those things, every one of those things has brought a smile to their face. Because like to answer this question finally, how do you guys plan on getting there? The sort of boiled down answer is by giving ourselves as a service to the people that listen to our content. That's how we plan on getting there. Because like this isn't just for us anymore. Like, it's not. At first it was this sort of like very like ambitious dream of like, we want to be doing this, and like it is still that, but it's also now got this massively added layer on top of it that says like, we want to be of service to other people. We want to bring you news that you don't have time to go look into. We want to have conversations that you wouldn't be able to have with your own family and friends. We want to let you know how video games are before you have to buy them. Like, we want to be able to do that for you. We want to be able to tell you how a movie is before you go see it in theaters. Like, those are the things we want to do for the people at home so that, like, you guys don't have to do those things. Like, we can give that to you and give you a perspective that you might not be able to have anywhere. And just anywhere, excuse me. And then there's like the nitty gritty stuff. Like, obviously we're a business, so like we have to make some business decisions. And that means like here really soon we're going to be selling merchandise. That means like we're going to be offering more content for you guys in trade for, you know, your subscriptions to us on Twitch. You know, like we're willing to do those things to help keep us pushing to, like, you know, get better every single year, get a chance for us to meet you guys, you know, like all of you guys at home. A big thing that we talked about before too is doing like a tour, like hitting like a few major cities across the United States and give us an opportunity to meet all of you guys that listen to us. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's small time, even if we went and did this next year and only like 5 people came to each one of those like city events, like it would still be worth it to just hang out with you guys. Like,
I'd love to do like a fucking, like, specifically like a comedy tour.
Yeah, like
do like a shipwreck show.
Yeah, like shipwreck show live tour, like essentially, like
yeah,
you know, like it'd be.
I would love to do that.
It'd be incredible.
Maybe we can do like an improv like sketch and stuff like that, like kind of like showcase some talents that we may not have the ability to showcase here on live stream. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Esco says I always come to you guys. I don't have any brothers, and y'all are like the brothers I never had. That's what we're talking about, dude. Like that's what we're fucking talking about. Like, let's go specifically. Like, we love you to death. We really, really do. Like, you've been a part of this community for so long. Surreal, I love Surreal to fucking death. Griff, I love you, dude. I know you're super busy developing fucking games. Like, you guys that have been a part of this for so long. Like, we love all of you so fucking much because you guys are really in here in the fucking nitty gritty with us, like doing this fucking thing.
Yeah,
also, shout out to Griff
all the time.
Shout out to Griff real quick. He has not been feeling too hot. This morning, Devin and I were in chill chat, and he popped in for a little bit. He's not been feeling too good. Oof. So shout out to you, boy. I hope you feel better soon.
I know he got COVID a little while ago. I know he got the midi vid some time ago. So I hope you get better, Griff. I hope you do. Yeah, dude. It's just. We have so many things planned. It's kind of hard to really like give this a full answer. Just why I had to kind of like boil it down to something like much simpler, because there's so many different things. Like, we have someone that we're going to be adding to the team. Technically 2 someones that we're going to be adding to the team beginning of next year. We have like plans to be a part of conventions, even if it's just us flying to some cons and literally just spending the day handing out fucking flyers to people that are at this con.
Going
like,
as a crew.
Do you like video games? Do you like movies? Do you like superheroes? Come check out our podcast. Like, even if it's just that and us enjoying our time with them and just like goofing off with a bunch of random people, like, we plan on doing that. We plan on doing events where like a, you know, whatever phase 6 comes around for Marvel, we might do like a massive fucking event in the Portland area. We'll rent out a theater for us to watch. Out a theater.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll rent out a theater for us to watch fucking Secret Wars or something. You know, like there's things that we've talked about here for like a really long time now that we're like, this is it. This is what we want to be doing, and those are all just sort of like stepping stones for us to get to that ultimate point, and that is for us to be doing this full time. Like, that's 100%. The ultimate, like, because dude, like, I'm telling you, I would love to be able to get to the point where like we can pay Xander full time to be like our artist. Like, I would love to be at the point where we can pay Garrick as a full-time employee to be a host on Good Kraken. I would love to be able to pay Genesee full time for being our sort of pod mom, right? Like our operations person. I just want for everything.
That to be that's actually her legitimate title. Like that's going to be her legitimate title.
Her, like,
in the contract.
When we have the studio, she will have an office. It will say Pod Mom on it.
Yep.
Like,
exactly. Interns will actually have to refer to her as mommy.
MAMI. Yeah, exactly. And she would eat that up.
I don't know about you guys, but like I've gone through like a few different dreams that I've attempted to pursue.
Retweet.
In my 30 years on this big green rock, and
Speaking of, you got your probably suck, right?
yeah, I did. But the thing is like I can say without like a shadow of a doubt now that like that GK, like just GK is like my dream, and like. And I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad saying that at 30 years old. Like this is what I want to do. And but the thing that makes GK my dream and that makes it special and like why we even have these aspirations is like it's not just being able to do this thing. It's being able to do this thing and take this specific journey with you guys as our audience and with you guys as our crew. I would never like it if even a single person wasn't here, it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, dude. Like you guys are seriously like. It excites me to say that like one day you guys will be my coworkers, right? Like that fucking excites me to like no fucking end. Like one day there's a possibility that like Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 or whatever, like we're just making content and we're just like hanging out and like doing bullshit for fucking 8 hours a day, dude. Like you get to hang out with our friends, make stupid review videos, like do gameplay.
Like, as dumb as it sounds, like it excites me knowing that like if we just hammer down on this shit, we make this fucking happen. It excites me that one day it will no longer excite me that I'm gonna get a kiss on the mouth from Ernell Pearson.
There you go. Because you get 8 a day.
Just be a reality.
Because now, all right, well, yep, it's another fucking Tuesday here. Hold on. Good morning. Wow.
There you go. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, it's fascinating to me, and like it's funny that Garrick mentions it because like I talked about it with Devin a very, very long time ago, and it's that I too have also pursued many things. I've been sort of a jack of all trades for a majority of my life, and I don't mean that in like the sense of like doing multiple things, but I pursued one thing after another, right? Like I was an athlete for a very, very long time, and a lot of people know that about me, but like I was an athlete for a majority of my fucking life. I did self-defense, I did martial arts stuff, I did rugby, I did football, I did wrestling, I did fighting, I did all sorts of different things from an athletic position, and then I got hurt, and then all of it crumbled around me. It was no longer a fucking option. Like I couldn't do it anymore. And then I started pursuing music. And then within music, I started pursuing art as a career. And then I started pursuing more music as a career. And then I started pursuing both those things together in tandem. And then I started pursuing food stuff because that was sort of like my day job. And I was like, well, if I'm going to go that route, like I might as well commit. And, you know, those things ended up not working out either. But I learned a lot doing those things. I learned a lot from being an athlete. I learned a lot from coaching football for the couple of years that I did. I learned a lot from doing music, like just as a musician. I learned a lot from being a manager for music. I learned a lot in college for studying that stuff. I learned a lot being a manager for like my own jobs that I had, like for my day jobs or whatever. I learned a lot from all those things. And it's funny because like in some weird like universe, like all those things sort of compiled and now applies into what we do here.
You can
like,
use it like you
literally
repurpose it and you retool it, but you can reuse it. Like honestly, like it's so strange to me, like having somebody who's like only worked like one job in their life in like 2022, and they're just like, you've experienced so little for yourself.
Right.
Like the world's a big place, and if you're not doing everything you possibly can to like expand your experience of it all the time, like are you really living? And that's like one of the things that we're trying to do here. Like we're always like, we do this 5 days a week, and we are like, but we're not. But when we do that episode on Tuesday, when we do this episode on Thursday, we're not coming in like with the mindset of like, oh, we're ready to do this episode. We're like, all right, we're thinking about like Saturday. We're thinking about like next week's content. We're thinking about what we're going to be doing 6 months from now. We're thinking like we're already like planning our Game Awards reaction. We're already planning like all the content. Like we like it feels like we're living in the future sometimes, like from a business perspective, because like that's where we have to be. Like we do this every day, but we have we have to have this foresight for with what we want in the future.
The game of chess.
But yeah, and if and we're and sometimes we sometimes we make the wrong moves, and sometimes we make great moves, but like we're still learning, and eventually it's gonna get to the point where like it's checkmate all the time, right? Like that's our goal.
Yeah.
But like, but right now we're expanding, and we're learning, and we're broadening our horizons by like building all these lovely contexts and building this fantastic like strong community. Like a strong community. Like it does like my heart so good to like see that like our care zone gets used like once a week.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like people
absolutely.
feel safe around us, and like that's a big deal to me. Like people can come to us and like they think that we're individuals that like are appropriate to talk to about like their lives. Like, and this is why we're here. It's what we want to be for you guys. Like, this is our dream. Like we just want to be here for you. Like there's just like we just want to be here for you guys. We love doing this for you guys.
Yeah. I can't.
No, Ernell, you got me thinking like, what do I offer with my day job? Like, well, so if you need CPR or first aid, I got you there from my last unit.
Well, there's just little things from each of the things that I've done that have been helpful, right? So it's like with doing sports, I learned a level of perseverance that's helped me. Like that was kind of like a really big thing. It's like I'm not a quitter. I don't fucking quit things. And sometimes that's like super fucking toxic for me. But I have a hard time giving up on shit. And like that was beaten into my brain as an athlete of like, you cannot give up. You have a responsibility. You're going to fucking do it. And I was like, you're fucking right. I am going to do it. And I did that for 8 years of my life when I was like fucking 18 years old. Like half of my life in high school and in my young age was spent being beaten into my head. You're not giving up. You're not quitting. You want to quit, but you're not going to fucking do it. Like my college stuff, obviously that's a given. Like for anyone that doesn't know this, I went to college for music business management and as well as graphic and advertisement design. So I have a little bit of marketing background there. I at first started with the sociology, like social behavioral psychology. And that was sort of the first thing I was getting into because I wanted to be a children's correctional officer, which worked in tandem with me coaching. So I know how to teach people things. And like anytime you guys ever have questions, I'm always willing to like sit and like really thoroughly go over things with you guys. And like that's something that I feel like Xander has been great in offering with me. It's like because I have a lot of questions that Xander has already found out in the past few years that he's been making content. So it's been very easy for me to like, Xander, like, can I pick your brain on this really quick? And he's always very like, oh yeah, dude, I got you. And then he just click, show me a screen, click some more. Oh, you're gonna go here, and then this is how you do this. And I'm like, fuck yes, dude. Like, so that's something you have to offer. Like, obviously you're able to talk to people as well as you do because of your day jobs that you've had in your life. Like you're obviously a personable person. You being a parent means something. Yeah, I know, right?
I'm really good at pretending I'm a personable person.
to an extent. I got you.
I'm that meme because like my day job now is mostly like making phone calls and like placing orders and stuff. Yeah. So also when we get the studio, I can be the purchasing agent as well. You know, we need a bulk order on toilet paper. I got you.
But no, it's like we need that 2-ply, not that single ply.
like a fucking like at work. Honestly, there's like usually it's always the first phone call, but once I make that first phone call, it's like when you ride a roller coaster. You go off that one roller, you build it up, and then you go off that one roller coaster, and you're like, all right, let's do it again. So like for me, like I take like almost honestly sometimes a full 30 minutes where I'm just like, fuck, I gotta make this phone call. I gotta make this goddamn phone call.
Yeah. Dude, I do that at work all the time.
Yeah.
I gotta take a shit. Hold on. Let me take a shit.
I think the biggest thing that's helped though has definitely been music, because like that had seemed to be the thing that reflected best in contrast to this was like the concept of 100%. Content creation, because it's like there's a step of pre-production to this. There's a step of production to this. There's a step of post-production to this. There's a side of marketing. There's a side of having to do live shows. There's a side of merchandise. There's a side of promotion. Like, these are all things that have to do with being in a band. Right? And we did that for very, very fucking long time. Working with other people, working with people you don't know, entertaining people you don't know, finding the best like thing, like happy medium between pleasing yourself and pleasing your audience. Like, there's so many different facets to this that are identical to being in a band that like I never like put the pieces together until we were sort of like in the fucking nitty gritty of doing good crack. And I was like, holy shit, like we're doing all the same shit we would be if we were in a 6-piece band right now.
It parallels a lot. It parallels a lot.
It really does.
It's fucking wild sometimes because I'll think about it sometimes and I'm like, with my band guys with Drift Away, like there's some things that like I've taught them that I've learned from Good Kraken that I didn't learn from being in a band prior. That like I didn't learn until the past couple of years, right? Like it's fucking wild. It's fucking crazy to like think about that. But like
I think that's like that parallel is also why I look forward to doing stuff like this, like being on the show with you guys, because it very much like for the longest time, because like I was in the music biz like a long time ago, and I always had that itch. I was like, I want to get back into it. I want to get back into it, but I can't. Like I got like there's a whole bunch of stuff that's just like not adding up for me. And then there's this, and so I'm just like, this is it. Well, it's basically the same thing.
Well, it's like being in a band is just not feasible anymore. You know what I mean? It's just not like realistically like, and that was something I had to fucking come to terms with when I decided to stop really pursuing music. Like I do because I obviously like I have a band.
I struggled
but, like,
with that. But it's like
dude,
it's
hard.
But your perspective of it has shifted now. It's not a career, it's a passion now, right? Like
exactly.
It's a part of you that you can't ever let go, because like the day I quit making music of some capacity, like I'm in the ground, bro. Right. Like I'm in the dirt. But because like it's part of who we are. Like we first tried to pursue it for so long that you can't forget like the experience that we had in the way that it shaped it shaped the way we chose like to live our futures, right, and like our lives in the currently. So yeah, dude, it's like, but like it's just different now, right? Like you can't let go of it, but like your mindset towards it is way different.
Well, yeah, especially now being a dad. It's like especially being a dad, especially knowing that like I have to pay bills, I have to take care of my family, I have to take care of myself, and music is just it's not a feasible. Like we're talking 1% of all the musicians in the world actually make it, right? Like if
literally
you're a band,
enough to like to pay all their bills and do everything on a day and like actually like bring home enough that they are sustaining themselves and their families. That's rare. It's rare.
I mean, it's a big scale, dude. Like there's bands we love that we listen to proactively that are still to this day not able to pay their bills. There's bands that have to go get part-time jobs when they go home because they can't make enough money year-round off their tours in order to take care of themselves. When I started really piecing that together, I was like, I can't, dude. Like, it can't be my priority anymore. Like, I have a child to take care of. I have, like, people in my life that I have to take care of. It's just not a feasible option. It's not. Like, unless you are playing at the game the way A Day to Remember is playing at, you're not taking care of yourself. You're not. It's just not a reality for you. Like it, and that's fine if you want to keep pursuing that and you want to live that life. That's good on you, dog. But like, you just have to be prepared for the fact that like you got a 1% chance of this. Like you have to be very fucking real about it with that about yourself, right? And so like when I started piecing that together and was just like that can't be my career anymore. That can't be what I'm pursuing anymore. I had to make a pivot. And that was like, well, what can I do that makes me happy, that makes me feel fulfilled, that is far more feasible? And sure, like we have a lot of uphill battling that we have to do. We have a lot of competitors, because I don't like putting it that way. We have a lot of competition that we have to like wait ourselves around. But I like to view it as more like potential opportunities for like friends, because I'd like to meet all the other video game podcasts that like we follow and like know about. I'd love to fucking meet them and be a part of what they do. But it's an uphill battle that we're suspecting. But it's not 1%. It's not.
No,
Like
it's not, and it's also it's the difference that it's like it's coming from like the different perspective of like
oh, okay, just
to do like music. There's a very real real perspective that like you may end up having to go like you have to like quit your essentially like for 6 to 8 weeks out of the year to go do a tour or at least put it on pause. And like while you're on that tour, there's zero guarantee that you are going to be making anywhere near the amount of money you were at your day job while you're on that tour. You're probably eating McDonald's French fries every day for a week, my dude, because it happens.
Yeah.
Like your whole guess what? Like I've been in a tour van and you want to know what I ate? Crushed up ramen with just the package, dry ramen with just the package in it, bro. Like because sometimes it's that or you don't eat. But like from here, we can still dedicate as much time as we need to while maintaining like a normal life. Right? Like it's like it's that balance. Like this gives us the opportunity to pursue, but also still pay our freaking bills at the end of the day.
Right. Well, and like the reality too is like we're not going to be looking at doing this as a full-time gig until we're capable of paying all of us a wage, right? Like a real wage. And I don't mean like $25,000 a year or something like that. Like I'm talking like $40,000 minimum. Like our full-time employees make that, right? Like that's what we're talking like, okay, funny? we can deem a studio situation. What's up?
40,000 a year minimum. Do you know what I make a year?
No, what?
So just a little eye-opener for those who are potentially considering joining the armed forces. I make 36,000 a year.
Yeah.
I made 29 last year, bro. Yeah. I'm in education.
dude, it's rough.
Dude, go to Massachusetts. Massachusetts is well funded.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like we want to be able to pay you guys like reasonable wages, and we've talked to you guys about it before. Like we're gonna be paying you guys before we pay ourselves. Like it's we want to take care of you guys because you guys have done so much for Good Kraken that like it's unpriceable. Like we could never put a number for like how much work you guys have done for us like here at Good Kraken, like being a part of just like moving this along and like seeing like really believing like what could potentially happen enough so that you guys are willing to be here and like be a part of this. And like we can't put a fucking price tag on that, so we said livable wage. That's the price tag that we can put on it. Let's do that.
I like that. That's a good price tag. We appreciate you.
How about that? You know?
Now if you could factor in health insurance at some point, that'd be cool.
You know, we'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Okay.
What I will tell you is that Oregon has a really great universal healthcare plan. OHP is actually pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Paid for my entire child's birth. It was great. Hospital tried docking on an extra $100 to hold my child after she was born, but that's fine. They still paid for that too. So with that said, GK Studio coming at you soon, baby, because this has been the Shipwreck Show, where once a week, every week, 3 of the Brethren Court gather together to discuss anything and everything the 7 Seas has thrown our way and will in the future. If you're out this way, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics, get exclusive post-show content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services. But you can also support us by following or subscribing to Good Kraken right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show, or by subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the details and description section below in order to get updates when new episodes go live everywhere. Let's go. GK Studios manifesting. Hell yeah, it is, baby. We gotta get on out of here, but until next time, my friends, be good to each other. Let's go.
Fucking love.
I gotta piss.
You're my best fucking friends.
I gotta sand.